back, everybody, to Reviewing Sports. My name is James Irvin. This is the first time in about 2 months that I've sat down to record a video. And why not just give an update on the Atlanta Braves, who started off really slow, but then again in June, I always say in June is when the thing starts to click. The Braves post up a 14-game winning streak and cut the lead down from 10.5 to about 5 games with the New York Mets. Welcome back, everybody, to Reviewing Sports. My name is James Irvin, and I'm back today. Like I said, I feel like I kind of got burnt out myself. I was uploading a lot and maybe just letting some of the results of the videos get to me, but we're back now. I'm feeling more motivation. Let's talk about the Atlanta Braves, your World Series champion Atlanta Braves, who've gone through a lot of changes. Had some growing pains, maybe a little bit of a World Series hangover, some early injuries, hurt, those are the negatives. Cunha being hurt at the beginning of the year definitely didn't help the offense gel together. We're missing a huge piece of the offense, and some could argue the face of the franchise at the moment and the best player in baseball. It's going to hurt. So we start off slow there. Tyler Matzik was hurt, but that kind of looked like all season he was not looking like himself. He's not looking like the guy we saw in the postseason who sent the Braves to the World Series. Because in that inning, the Dodgers were threatening. Tyler Matzik was there, shut everyone down. But there's also been a lot of other things that can explain why the Braves had slow starts. We started Husker Yanoa after an all-star. He was going to be an all-star last year, especially since he was showing a little bit of hitting. He was up to a great start, but then a bad start, and he broke his hand. That really had a career. We were starting him games, and everything just kind of went downhill, and he wasn't good at all. Charlie Morton has had his regression, a 1.28 WHIP, a 4.84 ERA. That hasn't been good. And honestly, some could argue that fifth starter spot is a reason for some of those losses. Trying guys out, Bryce Elder, trying other guys out, Tucker Davidson. I mean, so many things. Trying to get that fifth starter role solidified, and it wasn't helping. We knew we had Max Fried. We knew we had Charlie Morton, Kyle Wright, and Ian Anderson. Those were the four. And 4 and 5 were kind of unproven, but that's when the positives come in. Is Spencer Strider stepped up. We started him in that bullpen role, but Spencer Strider being there, solidifying that fifth starting rotation, and he's been great ever since. Spencer Strider has been really good. I can't imagine where this Braves team without Spencer Strider being that good. Has an upper 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Has got a really good changeup along as well to mix with the slider. Spencer Strider is going to be a problem for time and time again for things to come. He is going to be so good, and I think he'll have a great fit in this rotation, especially since Kyle Wright has stepped up huge. His numbers are big improvements. Kyle Wright has always had the stuff. He's always had the potential for this team. This is the fun year. He's putting it all together, and as well as Max Fried being as dominant as ever, as we know he is. We know we've been come to Max Fried being a Cy Young, him being our ace, and he's continued to show that dominance here this season. There's one guy I didn't talk about in the pitching rotation, and that was, of course, Ian Anderson. And Ian Anderson has regressed. Started the year pretty good. I know his first start was a little shaky, but that second and third start, he started getting it together. And he kind of just regressed more and more. Each start, it seems we're getting deeper into pitches, deeper into that. He's got a 4.606 ERA at the moment. So I know we've had a limited sample size with Ian Anderson. He came in midway during the shortened 2020 season, and 2021 we saw him, and he, again, was reliable. It just seems like now Ian Anderson has been reliable. He had that great postseason game against Cincinnati. So that was really huge, and that was really the debut, and I think that's what we're just accustomed to expect. I think Ian Anderson has time to figure it out, but when the Braves are trying to go back-to-back and keep in this World Series window as we're, the reigning, defending World Series champions, it just seems a lot like we're missing another solid piece, especially with Charlie Morton going down. We need Anderson to step it up, and right now, yet Max Fried, who you're getting a good out of almost every time. Spencer Strider has been really good. Kyle Wright has been really good. But Charlie Morton and Ian Anderson, the two guys you really want because you know what you have. You've seen them already. Strider and Wright, the younger players, want that to be good. But that is the pitching side. A little bit of injuries. Let's get into the positives. And if you would have asked me about a month ago in April, I'd put Dansby Swanson on the negative and saying he's only here because of his defense. Dansby Swanson has been ranking. He has been putting together an MVP-type season. The homers are getting there. He's getting on base. When Acuna's hurt, he's really good in that leadoff spot. He's also put production from the 7, 8, 9 spot to where he moved up to now. You really want to go Acuna and Swanson. Dansby Swanson has been so good. He is in early NL MVP conversation. He's playing so good. Another guy who's coming together, and this guy has been a great DH to sub in and out, it's been William Contreras. Him and Travis d'Arnaud have been dominant. Travis d'Arnaud is the best catcher in the NL right now. The numbers are there to prove it. Defensively, may not be as great as JT Realmuto, but the hitting stats are just so good. And then Wilson Contreras. He's been phenomenal, hitting tons of home runs. He's been that reliable DH spot because you got to move Marcell Ozuna out into the outfield. You don't want to lose his bat when Acuna goes down. Right in there, stepping up to the DH. The Atlanta Braves have the most combined home runs between the two catchers on their roster, that being with d'Arnaud and Contreras. He's been very, very good as well. But a guy who's been underrated that kind of stepped everything up when Adam Duvall is no longer forced to play center field, which isn't his spot, and I feel like that showed his struggles, but that's been Michael Harris. You remove Michael Harris's bat, that comes together with a problem, because now you're going to have to start Heredia out there in the outfield. And Guillermo Heredia has been a decent defense, a very good defensive option, definitely better than Marcell Ozuna, but the bat just isn't there. Michael Harris gives us production from the bottom of the lineup. He's been so good at getting on base. He's really fast, and he's helped defense out so much. I remember Padres game, very winnable this year, and errors killed us. We called Michael Harris up. We needed the defensive replacement. Harris in center, Acuna right, Duvall in left. There's your defensive options. Because Adam Duvall is a good corner outfielder, but we needed as another star-studded defender along with Ronald Acuna Jr. back there, as well as someone who can get on base, and Michael Harris has proven he can do all of that. So there's that. Also, with Ozzie Albies going down, I didn't really mention this at the start of the video, I have it here in my notes, but Ozzie Albies going down is hurt, but another guy who stepped up would be Orlando Arcia. A couple walk-off hits for us already. He's kind of stepped right in. Obviously, you miss Ozzie because he's again, a big part of this offense and a big part of this team. Fractured foot, so we hope we're going to get him back by the time the playoffs come around. But I'm feeling really good. Some other notable stats. Olsen is a double machine, leads the entire league in doubles. Austin Riley leads the team in home runs, but Acuna is right on his trail. Duvall needs to kind of pick it up, I can't lie. The average isn't there, and as of now, the home runs aren't getting there. He had that really good series in Colorado, and I thought he'd start to open up, then he kind of cooled off again. But the Atlanta Braves had just finished a 3-game set with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Very emotional, ready for him to come back. So I thought it was perfect time. Hey, let's talk some Braves because it's a big moment. And we have an off day for the first time in a while. We start a 3-game set with the Phillies. After that, we got 3 games with the Reds. So, kind of hoping we go 5-1, 4-2, especially since the Mets have such an easy series coming up. And minus these 2 games with the Astros, which I hope they lose both, they'll have 3 games with the Rangers, who went out offseason, signed a lot of pieces. It hasn't clicked so far. A lot of that could probably be assumed with Marcus Semien, but they're better than what they're about where I expect. Not there yet, about a year or 2 away. And they have 3 games with the Reds. Very bad. 3 games with the Marlins, the worst, or not the worst team in this division. There's the Nationals, but they're still bottom end. Marlins have pieces. They could easily be a wildcard team. They're just way too inconsistent and relying too much on Jazz Chisholm and Sandy Alcantara, who has been an MVP, or not, a Cy Young favorite. But so easier games right there. The Braves have this 3-game with the Phillies and then 3 games with the Reds. So if we can I think we take 2 out of 3 from Philadelphia, and then I think we can easily sweep the Reds. But either way, 5-1, 4-2, that is 2 division wins, or 2 series wins, which I know we're going to lose a game. It's baseball. 14-game winning streak was nice. I really got this team jump-started. But, going down the stretch, we're going to lose some games. Just don't lose series. You win more series than you lose, you're going to the playoffs. Speaking of that, the Braves are currently the second wild card team, sitting at 42 and 32, 5 games back from the Mets when this video is being recorded. San Diego has the first. So, as right now, we're kind of competing. The Cardinals are right there. They're going to be really tough, especially if the Brewers lose a division. Because it's Cardinals-Brewers, and then one of those is wanting that other wildcard spot because one of those guys aren't going to make the playoffs. Weird, right? Baseball's had the other. But now it's you really got to fight. So with a stacked NL East, there's going to be a good team like the Cardinals or the Brewers missing the playoffs. Brewers have it right now. The Cardinals are right there. The Giants are right there. The Phillies are also right there. But they did just lose Bryce Harper. It's going to be a big blow to their offense. He's got a broken thumb. So can't hit home runs with that. It's going to be a huge loss to Philadelphia right there. But that is kind of a quarter season update. We'll go to the All-Star break. Maybe I'll do an All-Star break update. I'm planning on doing another All-Star ballot. But then I'm going to wait and I'm going to vote the starters in. So we're only going to talk the best of the best. I'm going to try and do both, but we'll see. And then here we go with the All-Star break, the trade deadline, and then we're going to need a quarter season update, get down to postseason. I've actually been loving this baseball season. I didn't think I would with the whole lockout thing, but no, this space it's made me appreciate baseball so much more, and I love it. I've been following very closely the Braves. We're right there with the Mets. I think we can overtake them. I really do, because the Mets kind of struggling right now. So I think the Braves are the hottest team in baseball, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, or the title actually, but the Braves are the hottest team in baseball, and I've been inspired to go talk about them. But just coming off a tough series loss to the Dodgers, but this Braves team is still very dangerous. It's all getting together. We're going to get Ozzie Albies back by the postseason. We're going to get Tyler Matzik back by the postseason, and this bullpen will be just fine. Minter, Jansen, Smith still scares the hell out of me. Will Smith does. But I really like where this Braves team is headed. And even if we get the wild card, I feel confident we can beat San Diego in a one-game set. But that is all I got right now. Make sure to like and subscribe. The Braves are the hottest team in baseball, and I'm going to look forward to getting more baseball content your way. It feels good to be back along with football content coming here soon. Waiting on the confirmation of the Baker Mayfield trade. I think it's going to happen, but who knows. But that is all for me. Please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below your thoughts on this baseball season so far. And of course, thank you for listening.